Hey guys, my name is Shakir, and my story is a little different than most. I am an immigrant from the Middle East, and if you know anything about the Middle East, you can only begin to imagine the struggles we went through. After immigrating to the United States, and plenty of personal and financial hardships later, I finally reached my version of the American dream. The vehicle that helped me reach my financial freedom was real estate. Now, I run multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, and I like to help others. That's why I'm here. If I can do it, so can you. Believe me. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is it. This is the last video, the 14-day challenge of scaling your real estate operation, aka Hustler to CEO. In this one, we're going to be talking about financials and your actionable steps to take your journey to making multiple 6 figures to 7 figures in your operation today. So let's get to it. For the sake of this demonstration, let's do baby steps. Let's take 3 months at a time. So let's do a 3 months action plan. Let's put a budget in place and let's put an execution plan. I like to do shorter sprints. Obviously, 3 months plan could be the longer sprint, and in between, that could be the ultimate goal for this task, and then we should have some goals in between, like monthly, weekly, and daily. And obviously, your budget. The bigger the budget is, the more you can do. So if you don't have the budget, that's fine. You can just do the effort yourself. But if you have a budget for marketing more, obviously it's gonna double, quadruple the revenue. Or if you can hire more people, then it's gonna double or quadruple the effort, therefore it generates more revenue. And obviously the execution. So the execution, it is a revenue-driven goal, right? So we need to make sure that we have a revenue in mind that we need to generate, or whatever goal that you have, maybe amount of deals. Ultimately, the revenue is the best goal to have. And the bigger the budget you have and the more experience you have, you can actually increase that goal. So if you have more experience and you have more budget, you can add more team members. You can expand to other markets. I don't like to expand to a lot of markets instantly, even if I have a lot of money, because there is a learning curve that goes there. So if you're in one market right now, you're doing really well, and you have a couple of different team members there, and you decide to go to 20 different markets, you have to take in consideration that there is a learning curve for comping, for the areas, for the different cash buyers. There is a learning curve, a growing pain in there that you have to take in consideration, and that could actually hurt you in the short run and the long run. So you have to expand slowly, maybe add 1, 2, 3 different markets, depending on where you're at in the business, how many people are helping you, how much experience you have. So not everybody with a lot of money can just go everywhere and be successful. That's the one thing I learned. Slow and steady is actually the best way of growing. So now we're gonna be talking about each month. You have to make sure that every month you're meeting your quota for marketing, like your budget that you put. How many items have you sent? How many, let's say, how many dials made for call? How many direct mail were sent? How many ringless voicemail? How many SMS? Whatever marketing that you select. And then obviously for the weekly task and daily task, those are really tedious, but we have to make sure that every day you're checking your numbers. How many dials you've made? How many offers were made? How many offers were accepted? How many people were interested? How many people actually signed a contract? These are tedious, but if you want to be a high 6- or 7-figure earner, you have to do these tedious tasks because they're actually really important. They tell you where you're at in the business. They give you a goal to achieve. They give your team members a goal to achieve. Ultimately, these are money-producing activities. Hey there, I hope you're enjoying this video as much as I am making it and the content that it contains. If you're just starting out, that is okay. I have a free book that you can download, and it'll give you the tools, the contract, the resources that you need to getting your first deal. And if you're not new in the business, you can always join my academy that has all kind of videos and accountability and courses that helps you to scale your operation. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. So no partying, no distractions. All your focus about is how much revenue you need to be producing. Obviously, you're gonna be putting a budget out and spending money on those channels or team members or marketing, whatever that is, and you're expecting a revenue from that. All right, there's 4 main sections which we're gonna be discussing in the marketing section, but it's going to be items, expenses, aka investments, the response, and the return on investments. So it's very simple. Items, expenses, response, and return on that expense. So before we get to the marketing side, we're gonna talk about data and tools. For the data, let's say you're spending anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000 to get about 10,000, 20,000 records skip traced. Next one is going to be tools, and let's say you're spending anywhere between $100 and $450 between a CRM system and the dialing system, the call calling system, or any other system that you have to use for marketing, like a ringless voicemail, SMS, or whatever tool that you're going to use, or the phone system, the dialer. All right, the most important part is marketing. Let's talk about 3 top marketing channels. It's going to be broken down like we mentioned for sections: item, expense, response, and outcome. So for the item, for the first one, it's cold calling, for example. Second one is direct mail. And third one is RVM. If you have to ask me if I was to start out, I'll probably start out with these 3 because they are one of the best 3, but PPC is actually one of the best 3, but I didn't add it because it does take some time. The budget has to be a little bit higher to be competitive in the market, but that could be after you accomplish these and add that one. But if you have the budget, then go ahead and do the PPC. But for demonstration's sake, we're gonna do these 3 marketing channels. I would definitely do cold calling. That's one of the best ones out there. So let's put $4,000 to $6,000 budget on that. And you're probably gonna get anywhere between 300 and 500 leads in the span of 2 to 3 months. And this budget obviously is a span of 2 to 3 months between you and 2 cold callers, or maybe you and another cold caller, however that may be. And you should probably get anywhere between a deal in between 40 to 60 leads. So I'm gonna be very conservative and say that you're gonna get anywhere between 3 to 4 deals. You have to take in consideration with cold calling, it is a bit of a follow-up game. Some leads does convert after 90 days. Some of them convert after longer than that. Some of them convert after a week or a month or 2 months. But ideally for the cold call leads, they convert anywhere between 50 and 60 days average. But remember, if you're just starting out, this may take a little longer because day 1 of you starting to cold call doesn't mount to 300 leads immediately that you get to follow up on. So that's kind of the growing pain of cold calling. Second one is direct mail. Let's talk about spending $2,500 to $4,000 in the next 3 months. That would be anywhere between 7,500 letters to 12,000 letters, depending on what type of letters you're sending. And let's say the response rate is anywhere between 0.5% to 1%, and that should get you anywhere between 1 and 2 deals. And these are actually real numbers, guys. This is from today's market, and obviously it's from various of markets. Depends if it's a hot market, if it's not a competitive market. So I'm kind of taking the best of both worlds. If you're in a really easy market, these numbers might be a lot higher for the deals, and if it's a really competitive market, it might be lower. But remember, competitive markets mean more revenue, more average deal size. So we're really taking things in a very conservative manner here, even the deal size that you're gonna see. So RVM, let's talk about spending $1,000 to $1,500 in the next 3 months, about 300 to 400 leads. Maybe the lead quality is not all there, but you can get about a deal to 2 from that minimum. All right, and the final expense should be anywhere between $8,800 and $13,950, depends on the budget. You can tweak that more or less. Obviously, I'm just doing this for demonstration. All right, so based on these numbers, you should be able to get anywhere between 5 and 8 deals. And obviously you can get more than that. This is just for demonstration's sake. This is based on the numbers of today's market. And an average deal size of $12,000, and like I mentioned before, this is a really conservative number. These numbers could be a lot higher than that, but for demonstration's sake, we're taking that low number. Your gross profit could be anywhere between $60,000 and $96,000 plus. Imagine if your deal size was $15,000 or $20,000. How big this number could be, right? So it's a really cool way to reverse engineering and seeing how much you can be making in the real estate industry. If you're doing deals already, then use that method and see how much you can increase. If you're not doing any deals, well, use this method as a blueprint for yourself and try to reach that goal that you set for yourself. We've covered a lot of things in the past 14 days. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I have more stuff for you. So if you're just starting out and you want to read my book, I have it completely free. You can click on the link below and you can download it and learn all the tactics, get the contracts and all the other stuff.
Also, check out these testimonials to see the success that our community is having throughout the nation with our free programs and paid programs and anything really that we offer.
If you want to join our community, please join our Facebook group. And we have an academy for you if you want to go through some courses or some other tools that we have, and it's available for you. All the stuff will be down below. Guys, I really enjoyed this challenge. I hope you've had a lot of information from this and you can take this information and contribute to your success, to your loved ones, to your financial freedom, and whatever you desire, really. I hope to see you in the next challenge. I can't wait for that. I know that this is the first of many. So I'll see you in the next many coming videos. All right, guys, later.